Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're out in the garage. We've got my wife's Firebird in here finally. We're going to be going over the car today, trying to clean it up. Normally I try to get it running before I cleaned it up, but there's snake skins in this car. And I hate snakes, like Indiana Jones hates snakes, so I ain't taking any chances there's any critters crawling around here. But, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to see what the floor pans look like once we get the carpet up. They looked okay from underneath, but I just want to be sure. Then we're going to finish wiping the car down. Try to get all the mold and junk off it from sitting for 12 years. And I got my shop dog out here to help. All right, let's get started. All right, so we're going to start on the passenger side here, work our way in. That's all dead ladybugs. We're going to shop vac all this junk out and see what we find inside the car. All right, so let's see what we have in here. These are the factory center caps for the wheels we took off the car. Looks like a lot of trash, old registration, insurance, some packet of papers, and justice for all. I doubt this was my mother-in-law's, and the car only has a cassette player, so I'm not sure how this Metallica CD got in here, but it's in here. So we found some cassette cases up front there. Mindy McCready, Diana Ross, and You Light Up My Life. Gentle hits of the 70s from Reader's Digest. I moved the seat up. Thankfully, there's no snakes. A lot more cassettes back here, and I think that may be an old Twinkie or something in that package. And we found another piece of snakeskin, but it feels old and crunchy, so a guy I work with that lives out in the sticks and is not afraid of snakes said if it's old and crunchy, I should be good, and hopefully he's gone. So, Kent, I hope you're right. So this was on the passenger seat. It's a receipt thing. She got an owner's manual. They touched up the paint, and a trunk key was made at some point. She bought this car back in '99, and ironically, we can't get in the trunk because the key doesn't work. So I found this stuff in the car. It's a bunch of old oil change and maintenance records for the car, along with the book that the dealership gave her when she purchased the car. I have receipts going back here to August of '99. So back in 1999, this car cost $12,000. Looks like she put $2 grand down on it. This car was originally an Arizona car. I'm not sure how it ended up in PA. But it was an Arizona car. It was a lease car. It was owned by a bank. And this is a car they used to shuttle customers around with for whatever reason. So the passenger seat is out of the vehicle. There's another one of my buddy's snakeskins under here. I don't know, we got another cassette. Everybody's got a tree air freshener, a pen cap, bunch of junk. Time to vacuum this up and move on. Let's go in the glove box. I think a lot of these papers are on the seat. Nothing too crazy in here. Clean that junk out. Console. And imagine that, more cassette tapes. There's copious amounts of ladybugs on the dash. But surprisingly, being a 4th gen F-body, the pad is intact for the most part. There's a little crack. Oh, right there, there's a little crack. But hey, I'll take that. Continuing on, pulling the interior, pulled the seat bottom out on this side. There's some sort of something. And that paper down there that's been wet for a while, which has me slightly concerned. Moving on to the driver's side of the car. I already pulled some jumper cables out of there. Could take the back seat out, take the driver's seat out, and there's more snakeskins up there. Hooray! All right, so I'm pulling out the driver's seat, and this car is a power seat, and I can't get to the bolts with the seat in the position it is. So we have the battery charger on here. We're gonna try to put some juice to it and see if we can at least get the seat to move. Feel like it's a headlight motor trying to turn on, but the headlights are off, and I just need to, like I said, I just need to move that driver's seat. So whatever that was making that noise, it had stopped. And as you can see, I have seat function, but the seat will not move forward. So every time I've been opening the driver door, it's just been squeaky and it's been getting on my nerves. So I sprayed some lubricant on it. Look at that. Still can't get the seat out, but we have a non-squeaky driver door. Small victories. So after finagling with the switch for about a minute with the battery charger hooked up, I did get the seat to move forward. Now I can get a ratchet on here and pull this out. All right, so I don't know if the key doesn't work or what, but again, I put power to the car, hit the trunk release, and it opened. So the hatch is open for the first time. See how grimy it is in here. I don't know what's in there. I'm not putting my hands down there quite yet. So I got the hatch area cleaned out. No snakes, no rodents. Big win on the snakes. I did get the carpet out of the car. We'll go up here, see what we're dealing with. This is my big concern. And as you can see, there's definitely some rust on the floor pans. I'm not really concerned about it. It's all surface rust. I've seen way worse in T-top F bodies. That floor is still wet. The carpet was wet back there. On this side, it seems pretty solid. And if we go over to the driver's side of the car, this side might be a little worse. This is the only patch that I really concerned in. It still feels pretty solid, but it's a little rustier than it is dry back there. But that's the rear seat wells that are known to collect water and rust out on these cars. And here is pretty much the only other speck of rust on the car. This is on the where the quarter meets the hatch on the driver's side, so that's nothing. All right, so overall, I'm really happy with what we found here. Just going over the car, seeing what exactly we're working with. Nothing major. Just gonna sand that rust down a little bit and paint it white and make sure there's no holes in the floor. No snakes in the car. That's the biggest win all day long right there. If I don't have to see a snake, I'm happy. But thanks for tuning in and thanks for following along with this project. If you like the video, you know what to do. Thumbs up. If you want to follow along and see what we end up doing with this thing, hit the subscribe button. So you're notified when we post future videos. I think for right now, at least for this summer, it's going to be a V6 T-top off ice cream car, and then it's probably going to get LS swapped. But either way, you know, it's cool just to have. Like I said, it was my mother-in-law's car, so for my wife to have it, it's cool just to keep a piece of her family history alive, and just happens to be a cool American car. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, and maybe I'll catch you in the lanes here in the next couple weeks. It's time to go racing.